Hi, and welcome back. In this video, we will talk about the daily Scrum. The daily Scrum's objective is to help the developers synchronize throughout the sprint in order to deliver towards the sprint goal. Based on that, the primary participants of the daily Scrum are the developers. A Scrum Master, a product owner, maybe even stakeholders can be present but don't have to. In any case, it's the developer's choice and decision how each of those other parties gets involved into the daily Scrum or not. The time box of our daily Scrum is set to 15 minutes. Remember, a time box is the maximum amount of time that we want to dedicate to a specific event or activity. Most teams, most established teams, take much less time. So when I look at my own team and we do a daily every single day, it takes us something around 5 to 10 minutes. In rare occasions, it takes us 15 minutes. How do we prepare for the daily Scrum? I recommend to every developer to take a few moments and think about what they want to share with their colleagues during the daily, so that when it's their turn, they don't have to start thinking and can actually respond immediately. The daily Scrum itself is conducted in various ways, but one specific way helps you to stay focused, especially stay focused on the sprint goal. And that's asking the following 3 questions. What did I do or get done since our last daily Scrum with regards to the sprint goal? What am I going to do until our next daily Scrum with regards to our sprint goal? And last but not least, what are the challenges, what are the impediments that I or my team is facing in order to achieve our sprint goal? If impediments are identified, you don't tackle them immediately in the daily Scrum. Usually, the people relevant for addressing, for challenging this impediment meet after the daily, ad hoc, and discuss how they are going to address this impediment. Some of the most common challenges that I see in daily Scrums is that developers consider the daily Scrum as a status update towards the Scrum Master. You can see early symptoms of that when everyone is talking directly to the Scrum Master. As a Scrum Master, you can run experiments to create awareness within the team that this symptom is present. One of the things you can do is to break eye contact or walk around the room if everyone is actually in the same room. And you will immediately see that people follow you with their heads, with their eyes. And then you can call a timeout and ask others, what have they observed? Another frequent challenge that I see, which also relates back to the developers believing the daily being a reporting meeting towards the Scrum Master, is that if you as a Scrum Master don't show up, the daily doesn't happen. One of the ways to create awareness within your team is to actually not show up or show up late. And then you see the following things happen. Either the team comes to you and says, hey, it's great that you're here, dear Scrum Master. We already did our daily, and this is one impediment that we identified where we need your support. If this happens, it's a sign of your team being pretty mature already, having taken a step towards more and more self-management. But in some cases, you show up late for the daily, and then everyone in your team says, great, thanks that you're here, now we can do our daily. And this is again one of those teaching moments where you can take a timeout and tell everyone, educate everyone what the daily Scrum is actually created for, which is the synchronization between the developers and not a status update meeting towards you as a Scrum Master. I hope you learned a lot from the short video about the daily Scrum and can start implementing the key insights in your daily practice with your team. See you in our next video.